Hello there. It's a new day, a beautiful brand new day, and a new week, of course. Welcome to Hashtag Trending, where we keep you up to date with trending stories, with things that are trending on the social media. Today we have come again to do what we know how to do best. Of course, I know that's why you're always here, to keep yourself up to date with trends around the world. My name is Ofonono Joseph, and of course, I don't lack at any point in time what to talk to you about, what to bring to the fore, what to keep you up to date with. I don't like it at all. There is this very viral and emotional story of a certain Nigerian lady based in the UK. She is Blessing Ngozi Chibuike, alleging that maybe some people are thinking because of the marks on her skin that she had an altercation with her husband in the UK, and her husband has removed her from the certificate of sponsorship. And now she has 60 days to either renew her visa with the UK immigration rules or risk being deported back to Nigeria. And she has come out to make a video which has gone viral, and lots of persons are trooping in to comment. Some are supporting her, and some are actually having concerns about marital issues that's ongoing, increasing by the day. And of course, the reason why people exert excessive authority and power, abuse of power, being that her husband was the one that sponsored her, and now because of what has happened, he is removing his certificate of sponsorship from her, and she has to either look for someone to help her out or renew her visa or come back to Nigeria. And persons are saying she's supposed to come back to Nigeria. Why is she running away from her country? Well, some persons, it's a lot. Let's just see the video of the lady and hear from her.
I need your help. I need your help. I need your support. The person that I called my husband has been threatening me that he's going to take me out of his COS. And finally, he did it. I received a message from the Home Office saying that I only have 60 days to get other sponsorship or to leave the country. I need your help. I need your help. At this time, I just feel like my life is gradually going down because I never expected that one day something like this could happen to me. I never expected it. Guys, I need your help. I need your help. If you know anywhere where I can get a sponsorship, I'm ready to relocate. I need your help. I need your support. I need your help at this time. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I don't know where to start. I don't know. I don't know.
This is a very emotional one. I don't know. That's why it actually killed my spirit starting this trend today. It's such a beautiful Monday. But starting with this particular story that's trending on social media, and people have a lot of reactions and contributions to this particular story, actually killed the positive vibe I had. But I want to get back my, strong positive vibes and not actually yielding to this emotional video. People are saying the lady might not be telling the whole story. She's just telling some part of the story. What happened that your husband withdrew his sponsorship from you? You're not telling us everything. We need to hear from your husband. That's what people are saying. Some are saying, come back to your country, Nigeria. Why are you scared of coming back to your home country? But this is really a thing of concern. Let's take a few comments on social media. His Royal Highness King Emeka says, a man does not take his wife off his sponsorship except the marriage has broken down. If this is the case, then it is within his rights to do so. The concern is that you are crying to the world for what you already had. I know it's cool and trendy to demonize men, but the cause is unknown. Let's take another reaction. Your Chelsea neighbor says things they happen. Oh. You don't want to come back to Nigeria, so now we in Nigeria should help you so that you continue living in UK. With a crying emoji. Okay, let's take one more comment and that's it. Joe says, if you know what many Nigerian men have suffered and are suffering in the hands of their wives, they sponsored abroad, bro, you will not be moved by tears. There's something she's not saying. A man cannot save millions to send you abroad and all of a sudden change his mind. People are alleging that there's something fishy, there's something that's not adding up in the story that the woman is telling people, and that she should either come back to Nigeria, her country, or look for a way to settle with her husband. But if it is that the husband has, decided to move on to, dissolve the marriage, then she should just accept the fact that the man is moving forward. And of course, like I said earlier, this points to the high rate of marital issues in this present day. High level of marital issues, disputes, controversies, divorce. And is there no way around it? Is there no way that somebody can do something? This one can talk and there's peace in the home? Must it always result to divorce, altercation, or domestic violence? We can always do better. There's always a way to, diplomatically, talk about something, sit on the table, iron out something, and move forward without anybody getting hurt. All right, I just hope that Blessing Ngozi Chibuike and her spouse, settle these amicably, or she comes back to her country, Nigeria, because no one is chasing her away from her country. Moving forward, okay, it's all ladies that we've got today on Hashtag Trending. A particular boss, a boss lady, has come out to say that anybody living with her, like a maid or helping hand, or, somebody just coming to live with her to offer their services as a domestic staff, that she will never allow her domestic staff to send money home. And she has her reasons. That the person either saves the money with her, or she just pays the money into a certain account, like the money she's supposed to pay to her domestic staff, she pays it into a certain account, and the money lies there in that account and they're not using it, or they give her the money to save, keep for them, or she invests the money for them. But she will never allow her domestic staff to send their salaries home to, solve problems at home. Else, you're not going to get employed. She will not employ you. If all you want to do is when she pays you your monthly salary, you send money home and you squander the money. And she says there is no need for you to buy anything in her house because she has everything provided for you. You don't have to buy anything. Therefore, there's no need for you to spend your money. So she either saves your money for you, or she invests the money for you for the number of months or years you want her to, or she doesn't employ you at all. And of course, this has sparked reactions online. Nigeria, my country, and the way people think differently. Let's listen and watch the lady first before we take reactions about this particular video.
Domestic staff. From the day I hire you, I let you know, and if it doesn't sit right with you, then my house is not the right fit for you. The rule is you are not allowed to send money back home. I know a lot of people will not understand this, because for you to even come to work as a domestic staff, it means that your family needs the money. I understand. But in my house, it is your money and not your family's money, period. I give them the option of, you can take your money every month and do whatever you want with it, or I save your money for you, and obviously your money will grow the longer you work, and not just growing because I'm saving it for you, but also like interest and stuff like that, because I have my ways of like saving this money for them. And honestly, if you choose that I should pay you every month and you want to use the money to do whatever you want, then I look at you with side eye, because it also means that my house is not the right fit for you. So I see my house as a transition to the next phase of your life. For you to come here, it means that you're trying to build something. You're trying to save towards something. You know what you want for your future, and this is just like a stepping stone. That is how I see it. When you're living with me, you don't need to buy anything. You don't need to pay for shit. Like, you're paying for absolutely nothing. You're well taken care of. And I make this very clear to them that day. Like, as long as you're treating me well, of course I'll treat you well in return. But if after I give you that option and you still want to take that money, it means your priorities are not straight and you cannot work with me. And then when it comes to sending money back home, is a no-no for me, because why do you come to work for someone, live with the person for 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, even more, and then you're going home and you're going home empty-handed?
In as much as this is what this lady has come out to say on her Instagram page, in as much as she has said this, she has her reasons. And of course, you listen to her. She has stated the reason that there's no reason someone comes to live with her for 2 years, 3 years to 5 years, and you go back empty-handed. Because each time you get your salary, you're always sending it home. But I bet you that 95% of persons on social media totally disagreed with this particular lady, while the rest of the 5% agree with her with their own reality, with their stories, you know, real life stories, that yeah, if they actually had bosses that said this to them while they were serving their bosses, maybe their lives would have been better. But the fact that they kept on collecting monies and sending the monies to their, you know, houses, different problems, one after another, and you keep on spending. At the end of the day or year, you don't have anything to show after living or serving somebody for a certain number of years. Let's take a few comments on social media. Pragmatic DB says, you may have good intention, but going about it the wrong way. You want to control how an adult spends his hard-earned money. The best you should do is to advise and guide and not impose on the person. You see that the lady actually has a nice idea, but maybe the way she's going about it, some persons are of the opinion that, well, madam, boss, why not give them half of the salary? Say, sort yourself out, whatever it is you want to do with your money, send it home, or anything you want to do with your money. But I'm saving half of your salary for you. How much are you even paying them? The opinion of some persons that you have to withhold a whole salary of somebody for 1 month because you're providing for them. What are they even working for if not to cater for their families, for their loved ones, you know? So if you're being so selfish, working for yourself and saving money for yourself for a number of years, what happens to your family members? What if, you know, there's need for somebody to receive money and run something instead of, you know, what if it's an emergency? The person refuses to send money. Well, this is the boss and this is what she has to say. And like she said earlier, if you do not agree with this particular fact, with the rules and regulations guiding the operation of how she employs people and how she relates with her employees, back off. You're not for me. You're not working for me. So that is her. So if you just know that, I beg, I want to send money, give my family members, don't work with her. She has raised the standard high, and that's how it is. All right, what works for this person might not work for the other. So go for what works for you, right? Okay, Dr. Nonso, popularly known as a Proco Doctor, has a message for the male folk. Of course, he's talking about what the males take that reduces their reproductive ability. And what is this thing that, if it's excess in the male system, it reduces their reproductive ability? Let us watch a Proco Doctor educate us.
This plenty sugar that you're seeing is probably one of the reasons why your marriage is not working anymore. Let me explain. First of all, there are two major hormones in your body, insulin and testosterone. Testosterone is the hormone that gives you the manly characteristics, including that your erection that you usually struggle with. I know you have been looking for your home for the past 2 weeks. Fine, I'll tell you where it is. Whenever you take high amounts of sugar, there's an insulin spike. When you get an insulin spike, testosterone comes down and then it starts to affect your body.
Are you serious?
If you continue taking the plenty sugar, another thing that can also happen is that you now start to accumulate fat and get what is called insulin resistance. But it does not end here. Inside the fat cells, your fat cells are now converting the testosterone in your body to estrogen, which is the female hormone. There are certain things it can lead to. Your libido, you now start looking for bitters in order to help your distance start. You shouldn't. As a normal disease, once you are viral like this, you should be standing on his own by yourself.
It's okay.
So please, my dear, the plenty sugar that you have been taking from things like energy drink, so that you are inside, white bread, you are packing plenty sugar, you are putting it inside your mouth. What it's doing is that it's increasing your insulin and reducing your male hormone. So please, my dear, if you like your manhood, stay away from excess sugar.
Stay away from excess sugar. Without buttressing what a poker doctor has said. You know, there's a saying that goes, he that hath an ear, let him hear. I know you've got your ears and your eyes. He does all of his teachings with hilarious satirical demonstrations, and you know, you've seen it for yourself already. I don't have a lot to say to add to that, but if you love yourself and you want your reproductive system to be intact and the ability for you to do your job, your duty as a man, as a husband, you better stay away from excess sugar, just as a proper doctor has said, coming from a medical practitioner. All right, let's take 2 comments on social media. A proco doctor, those gender cannot do without energy drink. I pray they listen to you. This is coming from Grace Eze. Dennis Kagbo says, it's true. I used to think my village people were the problem. But since I quit sugar, Oga don't behave. Please stay away from plenty sugar. All right, taking the last comment, Evelyn Facker says, my doctor, may God continue to bless and keep you for the good work you are doing. Okay, some persons are actually raising thumbs up for our proco doctor because he's saying the truth coming from a medical professional, and this is reality. You've seen that somebody has actually confirmed what he said, you know, from the reactions we just took. Somebody has confirmed it, and that since he stops, you know, taking excess sugar or drinking stuff that contains high level of sugar, he's something is working as it's supposed to work. All right. Oh my God. I don't want to go back to this emotional, negative, downpulling vibe again that I started with. We know that Nigeria has been on the peak for some days and weeks now, talking about the president of the United States of America sending troops to come to Nigeria to salvage Nigerians from incessant murder. A particular Reverend Ezekiel Dachomo from the north has been the man that has been crying, just like, you know, John crying in the wilderness in the Bible, that there is genocide in Nigeria, particularly Christian genocide, because the number of persons that he conducts funeral service for, he doesn't see any that is a Muslim or traditionalist or that, you know, worships, that's a Judaism, you know, or Judaism is what they call it. No, they're all Christians. So he's come out to say, please, please, and please, we need help. Somebody should help us. The government should do something. United States of America, help me. And the attention of President Donald Trump was caught, and the whatever we saw going on continued, whereas the Nigerian president has debunked that there is no genocide in Nigeria. Talk more of Christian genocide. And now the life of this reverend was threatened at some point, and he came out to make a video that he's not going to run away. that if they want to kidnap him and murder him, that he is ready to surrender, he's ready to give himself up for others to live. So the man has made it clear that his family members should stay intact. If they, kidnap him and ask for ransom, they should not pay a dime. And also we've heard stories that the man has run away. And he said, no, I have not run away. I am still here. Let's watch Reverend Ezekiel Dachomo addressing his congregation.
Because my life, some people have put money on my head. And they get 7 days, they are chanting. Even in Sokoto, they are casting spell on my life, but they will not get anything. I've never cheated my wife. I've never stolen your money in the church. I love including my enemy. I love the Fulani. I gave them form to go to Makkah. This thing that God has placed in my heart is something that always develops courage and confidence. I don't have an enemy and I will never have an enemy. Because if I do, I'm in trouble. God said, love your enemy, cares for your enemy. I've worked with all the sectors that have been here, giving them help to succeed.
Thus, Reverend Ezekiel addressing the church and saying that he has not run away because he has not offended anybody, not even his enemies. And Major General Folunsho has come out to address what Reverend Ezekiel has said and promising him safety and other Nigerians. Let's watch Major General.
Praise the Lord. Praise Master Jesus. I am Major General Fuyusho Oilola. I am from Osun State and the General Officer commanding 3 Division Nigerian Army, as well as Commander Operation Liberian Peace. It gives me great joy to be here and to meet you, Pastor. It is really an honor. And I must say that this is the first time I am worshiping outside the barracks. So it gives me joy that I am also worshiping here in Kochi, in Barakillah. Of course, Pastor is somebody who is very popular, and I purposed in my heart that I had to come and get to meet him. So, sir, really, I'm honored to meet you, and I'm sure we'll communicate better after the service. I want us to realize that the armed forces of Nigeria, the Nigerian Army, the Nigerian Navy, the Nigerian Air Force, the police, is your armed forces, it's your army, it's your police. I want you to realize that we are here for you. We are part of you. It's not a case of the army is different and over there and the people are here. We are all mandated to ensure that Nigeria is safe, is secure, and everybody can thrive in it. But we must have peace.
The Major General is promising Reverend Ezekiel security, protection, as well as other Nigerians, and saying they will stand by Reverend Ezekiel to curb terrorism and murder in Nigeria. Well, I could say that for the longest, for decades, we've been hearing of terrorism, insurgency, Fulani headsmen, Boko Haram, and all. But we have not really seen people stand up to address this issue, except it took the President of the United States to shake Nigerian politicians, Nigerian leaders, to realizing that there's actually incessant murder, genocide in Nigeria. I rest my case. Let's take a few comments concerning the video of Reverend Ezekiel and, of course, the Major General before we take the word of the day. Felix says, this house-to-house evangelism by the military is not what Nigerians want. Eliminate the terrorists totally. Is that too much to ask? All right, that's coming from Felix. I am Bonex. I just hate all these political displays. This is human lives we're talking about. Where was he before Trump's threats? Let's take one more comment and we wrap it up. Priska now says, strong words from the Major General. Now deliver on protection and justice for Reverend Dachomo's community. Actions is assurance and killings. All right. Coming from me too and every other responsible, well-meaning Nigerians, I would say what the last commentator just said. Action is what we want to see. Action is what we want to see. The protection of lives and property as it ought to be in Nigeria. Let's take the word of the day and Monday motivation. Then we wrap up on #trending. The word of the day is temerity. Temerity. What does temerity mean? Temerity is the quality of being confident and unafraid of danger or punishment, especially in a way that seems rude or foolish. Temerity was the sentence example of temerity. She had the temerity to ask me for another loan when she had yet to begin repaying the first one. Okay, you better learn to pay your loans or debts before you ask for another. All right, because who gave you such temerity? Let's take the Monday motivation for today and we close the curtain on this particular episode of #trending. The Monday motivation is start your week with intention, breathe in confidence, and exhale doubt. All right, start your week with intention, breathe in confidence, exhale doubt. Okay, that's the Monday motivation for today, and this particular motivation is taking you throughout this second week of November. My name remains Ofonona Joseph, but if you call me Lady OJ, I'm just gonna hug you until you scream, leave me alone. Thank you so much for doing this with me. I'm gonna do it again with you tomorrow. Have a beautiful rest of your Monday.